Thank you so much, Elta, for all those kind words and great exaggeration. As you all know, no woman is an island. I'd like to recognize all of the fabulous Women's Foundation people here tonight. They're the ones who did much of the work. Please raise your hand if you're serving on the Women's Foundation board now or have served in the past. I know there are a bunch of you. Thank you, everybody. I also want to introduce you to Tracy DeVries. Tracy's the current executive director of the Women's Foundation. Tracy, where are you? Right over there. Yeah. Elta has told you a lot about me and what the Women's Foundation has accomplished over the last 10 years. But tonight I want to tell you what I believe in. I believe that everybody should feel safe and everybody should have access to excellent health care, to nutritious food, secure housing, and a great education. And when I say everybody, I mean no matter who you are, what your skin color is, who your ancestors are, what your gender is, how you identify your sexuality, what language you speak, what age you are. I know you believe those things too. It would be a boring world if we were all exactly alike, but wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we treated each other with respect instead of fear? If you haven't already, take an hour to watch the new Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood documentary. I've watched it twice now and I've cried each time. Mr. Rogers believed that a neighborhood is a place of safety, a place where there's real conflict that can be discussed. He believed in human dignity. Mr. Rogers believed in children. I believe in women, the mothers of all those children. You may have heard me say this before, but I truly believe that when women thrive, their families thrive. And when families thrive, communities thrive, and so on. Our women and children are experiencing sexual abuse in the workplace, in our churches, and in our homes. We can't stop going to work. We want to keep worshiping. We should be safe in our own homes. All of us in this room must make the abuse stop. It's our responsibility. We must do everything in our power to protect our women and children. The first thing we can do is speak out. No more secrets. Recently, women have been front and center in the news. It's been so disturbing to me, but it has opened our eyes to many of the challenges that women face. In my job at the Women's Foundation, I had the opportunity to speak to many groups, and I always wanted to ask the women in the group, raise your hand if you have ever experienced sexual abuse or unwanted sexual contact, believing that the majority of the women in the audience would raise their hands. But there would be many who couldn't raise their hands because they hadn't ever told anyone about their experience. They kept it a secret. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to raise your hands tonight, but I am going to tell you my Me Too story. You might be able to tell I'm getting a little nervous here, in hopes that it will allow others to someday tell theirs. I must tell you that I've only told 6 people this story in 50 years. This is a big leap for me. I was 19 years old, not 15. I was in college, not high school, and living at home for the summer. I was on my 3rd date with a 24-year-old man. We went to his parents' house, and he went in the kitchen to make me a special drink. I offered to help, but he insisted that I wait in the den and relax. His parents were even upstairs. He made me a drink called a Ramos Gin Fizz in the blender. I can hardly even say the word without gagging now. I lost complete control of my arms and legs. He raped me on the floor of his parents' den. I'd never had sex before, and I was horrified. I thought that I had gotten drunk and had done what I had no intention of doing. He had to carry me to the front door of my house. I threw up all night and into the next day. I missed my classes and I felt deeply remorseful. I told no one. That was 50 years ago when the phrase date rape didn't even exist. The first time I heard on the news about the date rape drug, I realized for the first time what had happened to me. I haven't been emotionally damaged by this, nor have I thought of it very often. I certainly don't want any pity. But the reason for telling you this story is because I don't remember the date of this rape. I don't remember the furnishings in the room. I don't remember what dress I had on. Thank you. But I do remember with 100% certainty one thing. I remember the man.